Welcome back to the Sometimes Builds. Today we are doing the 400-hour service on this Kubota L3130. We're going to be doing the air filter, the engine oil filter along with the oil, the hydrostatic filter along with all new hydraulic fluids, and the fuel filter. So, join us. Good morning, happy Saturday, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the Sometimes Builds. Today we are working on Charlie's Kubota L3130 and we're doing the 400-hour service. We're starting first off with the engine. We're going to do the air filter, drop all the oil out of the engine, and do the engine oil filter as well. So let's get started on that. First thing first, part of this is with the bucket in the air, part of it is with the bucket down or the arm. So we have it up. We're not going to go under it though, it's just up. He has to take off the side panels along with popping the cowl, the hood, whatever. So let's get in a little bit closer and take a look.
It was due for an oil change. It changed it four years and a month ago.
5/12/2020, 303 hours.
There's the fuel filter.
Oh, that's convenient. Right next to each other.
Yeah.
So that's the engine oil filter, obviously the white one right here. Fuel filter here.
There's a drain plug on each side of the drive shaft. So I remember reading they said if it's a four-wheel drive, the drive shaft goes through the oil pan.
I feel like all I do is oil changes and brake jobs these days.
Yeah. At least this isn't like a Subaru where you accidentally drain the transmission fluid. So we're just draining everything.
What?
Yeah, a lot of people when they go to change the oil in their Subarus, they drain the CVT instead.
Right.
In our scenario, we're just going to drain everything.
Oh, both bolts for hydrostatic and engine oil.
Yeah,
right
not
together.
at the same time though. That's a lot of fluid.
Don't have that much.
Yeah, I need bigger.
So it's a 19.
You have an oil pan inside an oil pan?
Yeah, it's an overflow.
Well, it's definitely going to overflow.
So can you point to where the various plugs are? This is in the front looking back.
So in the front, we've got drain plug here, drain plug here.
Both for oil.
Both for oil. Drive shaft's right down the center. Of course, oil filter is above. And I need to figure out which drain plugs are here, but this is a hex drain, it looks like. And then farther back, there's a much larger at the lowest access point. So I'm guessing it's those two. But we'll confirm that before we start taking things off. Let me take the drain plug out that's farther away from me. That way I don't get covered in oil. I told Tiffany we should paint our bedroom black. We should take this in as a color sample.
One engine oil black, please.
100-hour diesel tractor engine oil black. We weren't due for an oil change. It was due at every 200 hours. So
We're not due for an oil change?
we weren't, but it's fine.
So, one, it's hot out here, so how to change. Two, we have all the fluid drained out. He's just cleaning up underneath of the pan. So if it does start to leak, or if it is leaking, we'll be able to see. Always clean up your mess. So we're gonna figure out how much oil needs to go in this. We looked online and Charlie said somewhere between, you said 4.2 and 5.7?
3.5 and 4.7.
3.5 and 4.7 quarts, which is kind of a big range. So we're going to fill it up to where the dipstick shows normal, and then we'll see what
See how much oil that actually is.
Yeah. Check out the new Sometimes Builds work shirt. It's got vents on the sides to keep you cool. Sometimes Builds logo right here. Kubota orange, not actual Kubota orange, don't sue us. On the side, see, not the same Kubota orange, but close enough. Putting on those extra pounds, and you need a nice shirt to
And you want it to be a little
make
loose.
a straight line straight down you.
Oh, he's looking fit today.
All right, so we're taking off the oil filter.
Yeah, oil filter wrench.
I do.
How convenient, it wasn't put away.
I just changed the oil, like an hour before you got here.
Oh yeah, it's gonna spill everywhere.
That's a good design right there. So for the oil filter, we have a Kubota OEM oil filter, part number HH164-32430. Here's your filter. Here's a pen. Always good practice to write the hours and the date it was changed on, so you have a backup reference to how long you forgot to change it at.
420 hours.
How'd you work that one out? And for oil, we're using Kubota SAE 15W40 engine oil.
Assuming it's all the same oil. Oil fill. Like it's the same color as the thing, if I remember right. Yeah.
So you use the full one?
No, I put about three or so quarts in there. I've put a gallon in.
What's that?
We are now on the dip.
So you want a quart?
Yeah.
So how much did we put in?
So it looks like about 4.5 so far.
Really full now?
Completely black.
Was it at the fill line or not even close?
It was at a third of the way up. That's
5 quarts?
five.
5 quarts even?
So I think the user manual said 5.2. User manual says 6 quarts.
Hey there, are you looking to support the Sometimes Builds? Check out SometimesBuilds.com for gray hats, silver hats. I personally like the gray hat. You know I wear it all the time. And we also have t-shirts here that say Sometimes Builds on the front and then Sometimes Builds on the back. Right, and we also have beanies for, you know, the cold season. So check out SometimesBuilds.com for some sweet swag. So verifying part numbers, we have our TA 04093230, which is called the element assembly, which is the air filter.
Which is the outer air filter.
Does this have an inner air filter? There's no cab.
Yes.
Really?
It does have an inner.
Oh.
Which looked clean to me.
Oh, okay, okay.
So
this is new. This is old. Yeah. These are new. Away goes the old.
the amount of dust we're in with all of our equipment. The air filters are something we should just regularly be changing.
So, engine oil, check. External air filter, not the inner core, check. It looks like he checked the radiator fluid,
Which is good.
full. Now, last thing, at least for the front side, this side is the fuel filter, which is a little canister with a couple gaskets. Let's check that out. So this has a outer ring, and you spin the outer ring counterclockwise to loosen it. Diesel's going to go everywhere. Then the replacement part number for this is the Kubota 15521-43160.
There's also 2 O-rings
Yeah.
that do not come with it.
Oh. Okay. So the part number I listed just gets you this. You also need to order the 04811-50650, And then I do not have the part number for this little tiny O-ring. I'm gonna have to get that and I'll put that in the description below along with all the other ones. Because you'll need both of these, or all three of these, to do the fuel. There goes the date.
And I'm gonna need a pick for the O-rings.
I should probably open these.
Let's see if I can do this without getting diesel in my other hand.
So the cup has the big ring. I'll put that on. This little one goes on the inside of it. He's cleaning stuff.
Got it. Hook, line, and sinker.
Room for what? Yeah, it's empty.
It's empty.
So he put the little filter, or the little O-wing back on there, O-wing back on there, the glass holder, the filter, and then the retaining ring tightens back up again clockwise. Probably one good ugga. And that wraps up the fuel filter. Last thing left is hydrostatic, hydraulic fluid, filter, and all that fun stuff. So now we're on to the hydraulic fluid, hydrostatic fluid, whatever. You can see the filter is right above Charlie, right there under that Miller Lite.
Yeah, there's
can.
one on each side.
Okay, so two of those filters. And then there's several drain locations right there.
We have a picture of, so we can post it up with the video.
As seen in this picture.
All right. All right, so the transmission filter is above the step. The hydraulic filter is on the right side. I think it's these. Oh,
Which ones?
on the bottom of the rear axle housing, there's a bolt on the inside of both sides, and it's the only two bolts that have wear on them, but they're also the only two bolts with a washer on them. The other side is assembly, so I'm guessing because you'd have to have a drain on the rear axle housing. So I'm gonna guess it's both of those and this big ass one right in front of me, which is gonna need a wrench. And then there's one that uses a hex key. So we could start with this big one, I guess. Yeah, I was gonna say, put it through from that side.
Don't worry. A lot of fluids coming out of that tractor right now. We had to dispose of it in the EPA approved way. Hey, it's the same angle when you broke that bolt on the exhaust.
It was the same angle. The camera tipped over.
What? Oh.
Getting the camera so it doesn't.
Hey,
have
are you
diesel
done
fluid
watering
drop
these
on
plants? Or you?
Dang, diesel fluid on the camera. Coming towards you. Give me a little more blow with the hit. You swear you hear that, right?
Yeah. What?
Covers both holes. That's what she said. That was a lot of work for that.
Dry. Maybe it shouldn't be dry.
Well, I mean, it is sloped just a little bit. Loose is the other direction now. There we go. Oh, you can do them both at the same time across streams.
Do it.
Can I get it? I'm trying. Oh yeah, there we go. That's called harmony.
Wow, and they actually
It's perfect. It's kind of So I was right. It was those 2 bolts.
Okay, so the cross streams have finished draining. They are dry. That is the last of the draining we have to do.
Yep, 4 out of 4.
I know we are focused really sharply on Charlie's hair, but we'll move this camera angle in a second.
It is beautiful.
So 4 out of 4 of the bolts, and now we have to do the 2 filters, left and right filters, and then refill.
Grab me the brake cleaner so I can spray her down. Oh, wow, that burned my nose. That was a good dose right there. Okay.
So now we're drained, and now we're going right here for the filter.
And the diagram I sent to you says which one this is. Transmission versus hydrostatic.
So we're not changing both?
No, we are. One's on one side, one's on the other.
Oh, so they serve different purposes, but they utilize the same fluid,
boy.
right?
Yeah.
I expect that's what Charlie's toilet sounds like at night. Can you confirm or deny?
Oh, glad I peed beforehand.
This is exactly what the toilet sounds like.
All right, this says
CYP07?
37710. That sounds like a beer. Oh, shoot.
There you go.
I'm not ready for it yet. Yeah, they changed it to white.
Huh?
I'm surprised they changed it to white.
Yeah.
There we go. Kubota!
So that is the...
Here's the old one. And here's the new one. So it's 59900 is the confirmed new part number.
And that is the driver's side,
That's the left side
driver's
of the tractor. Ooh, that's a nice sound.
It looks like machined metal on that.
It is.
That looks very, very
I
impressive.
mean, it's a filter what? It's the entire value of the tractor is the drivetrain.
Yeah.
Next is to replace this step. Now we can probably hook a chain to it, just pull it with the other tractor.
Or the other tractor's grapple.
Yeah. Somewhere here. So nice. 20 years old, it just spins right on. If car manufacturers made things like tractor manufacturers do.
Granted, this has seen a lot less time. You could probably equate this to a car with a 20-year-old car with 20,000 miles, right?
I can pull up the hour meter on my truck, and I guarantee you it's double this.
And you have how many thousand miles?
16. But I also abuse the diesel, and I just go inside and keep the air conditioning running for half an hour.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool. All right, filters are on. The only thing we haven't done is drain the front axle, but I'm not super concerned with that right now. I haven't looked at how to even do that, but I have the fluid for it, so.
I mean, I guess that's the fill right there.
Yeah. Big things, transmission.
Well, we need to complete one before we start anything else.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we're going to devise a very clever way to fill this, which I guess could come straight down there. That's a pretty
I feel like we
straight
need a keg stand and a college student.
shot.
Easiest place that we could That's fine.
Now, does that fit on that?
No. Maybe?
This is going to end well.
Oof.
I mean, you can move that wherever, so right? You can just move it to where I need it to be, right?
Yeah, but I'm trying to think if it would be easier for you to set it up here entirely.
Oh,
So pull it, yeah, tip it down. There you go. Take it, take it.
It's not taking it fast enough. Want me to pull it? I'll pull it.
Pull. Oh! Thank you.
I pulled it.
So flip the bucket, spin the bucket 180 degrees. There you go. Now do it that way. Why is it so warm?
I mean, I can hold it until I get that.
You're fine. Yeah, you're fine. You're not even at the hole yet. There we go. All right, just do it this way. This would be so bad if it smelled like gear oil.
Mm-hmm. What a mess.
Ooh. The seas are rough. You're good. You would think we'd have a better way of doing this these days.
No, that just costs extra money.
Yeah.
For
We made a HST bong.
I mean, wouldn't your VW sump pump?
I was wondering if it would. But it's still a container that you fill. Probably swing it around and dump the rest out.
Go, 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 go!
The engineering's like, it's got filters.
Can't wait till I bust myself on this floor. I'm gonna burn a can of brake clean just cleaning the floor. Don't forget the railing and the chair. So I'm sure that's great for the chair.
Feels a little jerky. It's like when it goes up, I can feel it.
You're just gonna this way.
Yeah. It's right there.
At the top full line.
So full range right there. So it's a little over, but
That's what it has a breather for.
I don't think it's over enough that it's going to cause an issue.
Well, that is going to be a wrap for this video. This is the 400-hour maintenance on the Kubota L3130. We did the engine oil, engine filter. Charlie's messing with stuff. We did the hydrostatic filters on both sides, transmission filter as well, fuel filter, air filter, 13 gallons of hydraulic fluid. And if you like this kind of content, definitely consider subscribing below. We do Kubota videos all the time. I have an audience. It's freaking me out. If you like this kind of content, definitely consider subscribing below. If you like this video, drop a thumbs up. Any questions, he's going to answer them. I'm not going to. See you next time. Peace. That was a mistake. Y'all ignored us the whole time until it's that time. Mmm. I'm gonna take the edge off my hands right now. Oh yeah, nice and clean. You need a hit of this?